All right, man. All right, guys. How's everybody going? Of course, it's your boy Tsm Rapper, and we got the interviewee. I'm gonna let her introduce herself.
Hello, everybody. It's your girl Fanny, and welcome to Fanny Interviewing. I apologize. The man himself, Mr. TSM. Welcome to Interviewing. I apologize. Are you guys ready? TSM, are you ready?
I am more than ready, man.
Okay, don't be nervous.
Matter of fact, hold up. Let me go. Let me go grab something. I'll be right back.
Okay. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate you being here. Let me see who I see in here. I see Helen, Dee Dee, Slim Shell, Bridazzle. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. If I'm pronouncing your name wrong, I do apologize. Shout out to everyone who's in here. Thank you for coming. I know you're probably busy and ready to wind down on your Sunday. I really appreciate you guys being here. Um, I'm ready for this interview. I hope he's ready for my questions. So I'm excited. So yeah, let's get into it. TSM, you ready? You back here?
Yes, ma'am. Let's do it.
Okay, my first question is, what was your inspiration to change the format on this channel versus your previous channel?
Um, I think I wanted to see if I could. I just wanted to, cause I learned so much with the first channel, right? And I had so many mistakes to learn with the first channel, and this was actually one of those situations where I could learn from my mistakes. Okay, I didn't do this the first time. I didn't do that on the first channel. I just wonder if I try it on this channel, would there be a difference in the outcome? And indeed there was. And so I just wanted to see, was it actually gonna be a difference, a upgrade? Was it going to help me? Was it going to be another mistake that I learned from? And ultimately, went against my better judgment, and it worked.
Okay. Is there anything that you miss from your old channel that you don't have on your current channel?
You know what? That's a good question. Um, um, I mean, it's like there's a handful of songs I can't quite put my finger on one of them, but I know I was singing one the other day, and yeah, I just can't quite put my finger on it. But it's just like some songs on there that I didn't get to put on other platforms, and I really wish I had kept those, because it's now like I either have to remake it, and it's just not gonna be the same if I go back and remake it. So I'll just leave it in the past. But um, it is what it is at this moment.
Okay. What is your motivation behind writing songs for children and why are you so passionate about it?
You know what? 'Cause it was just one particular day. Um, Me, when it comes to music, I pay attention. Like if I hear like some music being played in my house, right? And I know it's one of the kids listening, I want to see what their reaction gonna be to that song, how their energy change, what's the energy versus before they put that song on. I don't say nothing to them, even if it's a negative song. I want to see what they gonna do, like what is gonna be the outcome. How is they gonna feel that song? And I seen the energy they was getting from this kid King Von, and seeing how excited they was and whatnot. And I was just like, yo, I wonder, will this was just all in one day in one instant. I wonder if it could be a song created that's positive that they will go crazy to, is just as, and that was Dance Love Baby. And after Dance Love Baby, the rest was history. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? And so I think they went super crazy. Put the King Von on, I'll put the Dance Love Baby on. I'm like, which one y'all want to listen to again? They want to listen to Dance Love Baby again. And so just to actually see, because a lot of people, we hear about kids listening to negative music, and we see it on social media all the time, but do we ever sit back and and analyze it just for that purpose and say, I want to see what's this kid energy, what's this 3 year old or what's this 4 year old energy versus this 17-year-old girl energy when this particular type of music come on. And so when I studied it and I analyzed it and I seen that it actually get their adrenaline rushing, if something negative can get their adrenaline rushing, I want to see if something positive can do the same thing. And so that was just the motivation behind that.
Who is TSM the artist?
That is a good question. Uh, I think he is still finding himself. You know, I think that he is an all around overall person. He's not a rapper. It's crazy. He's not a rapper. He's not an entertainer. TSM, the artist, is an artist trying to find what it is that his art is. Some people say it's music, but I feel like the more things I try, the more things I watch, I want to get into more. And so I think TSM Rapper is an explorer. The artist is an explorer. I'm an explorer.
Okay. Now, in times past, we talked about how you come up with your music. And in that conversation, you mentioned that you don't write anything down. Is there a reason for that?
Man, listen, I promise you, I mean, you did it before live, but it's just I don't need now I don't need it comes to it comes to a point, right? When we was all young and we was probably 6, 7 years old and we doing math and we go 5 plus 6 and we have to count, put them fingers up and count. Then we get a little bit older, we don't have to use the fingers, but we got to use the pencil. Then we become fully mature. And when somebody say 5 times 5, we automatically know what the answer is. And when I've been doing music so long, I could say one line. I could say right now that Fanny got glasses. How many people in the chat? Like eggs in a basket. What is rapping to me? Rapping is a habit. What is my music? My music is savage. I'm like Bugs Bunny. My diamonds like carrots. They try to battle me, they might get embarrassed. Or back in the medieval days, I call it perish. And if you know what I'm saying, so it's like it comes to mind, it's automatically there, and it's crazy because it started with the Dr. Seuss days. Like it's it's just poetry, it's just rhymes, it's just rhythm, so it comes natural. I don't have to, especially when a beat. I just did that acapella, but could you imagine if a beat is on and I'm really feeling that beat? I surprise myself sometimes.
Oh, I can definitely see that. This is a question I've always wanted to ask you. Creatively, now your creative mind, what have you learned from your favorite rapper, Lil Wayne?
You know, with him, it's very, very intriguing. The thing that I learned, the one thing that I learned that took me far as I am now. I'm gonna just give you a small per se. The intro songs, right? There's so many different people from different regions, different race, different situations. Everybody don't want hip hop. You know, there was a Sarah Fu lady from Hawaii, and she wanted some Hawaiian music. And growing up listening to Lil Wayne, I didn't understand why he called himself a rock star. And then the older I got, I seen, okay, it's not just rap. He wasn't just on that song with 2 Chainz. He's on something with Katy Perry. She does, but what is he doing? And so he's on something with Beyonce, and so one thing I learned from him is to go outside of my comfortability and try new things and explore new things, especially when it comes to music. And so I'm an all genre artist. There's no type of genre of music that y'all couldn't ask me to do if you wanted an intro song and I couldn't do it, even if I never did it before. They have something called pop music. I ain't never even really heard but one little sound of it, a little clip of it. But I'm sure if somebody came to me and said, "Yo, Tsm Rapper, I need a Pope music intro song," I'm gonna be able to do it. Because why? When you study people like Lil Wayne, what you do is you don't have to go through the mistakes he went through to learn what he did, because he went through those mistakes for you. And so once you study it, it teaches you that. And so that's what it taught me.
My next question is, would you want the boys to follow in your footsteps? If so, why or why not?
Honestly, I would want them to be in, follow their own path. Because this family could have, several different kind of entrepreneurs, not just a CEO of music. We can have a lumberjack in a family or a WWE star in a family. And so I wouldn't want them to directly follow my footsteps just because they my son. But if they would want to, I would definitely back them up 100%.
Okay, my next question is, it has been noticed that you're just not a writer, producer, and a rap artist. What creative achievements you want to dive into next?
You know what? To be honest, let me just put it like this: with the filming thing, I'm still very highly into the filming thing. And what I want to see next is okay, because I have credits. And 50 Cent's Power. I have musical credits in that, but I want to have my name credited in something that has to do with filming. The credits that come on at the end. I don't care if it's a 2-second clip of them, my name scrolling down. I want to enter that atmosphere just for my sake. It's a goal of mine. I've got the plaques from the music, and I'm very happy in my space with the music, even though I'm not receiving a treatment that the mainstream artists may receive, but it's a reason everybody is in their position that they in. And I never look at the next person's position and try to figure out what my position is supposed to be. And I'm definitely comfortable with my own position.
Who do you call on, if anyone, when you have a creative block?
Um, you know what? It's I don't think I call on anybody. I think I'm hard head, funny. I like to learn from my mistakes. And so I like to put a flaw out there. Even if it's a block, I want to just try something. If it's a block, I put it out there anyways. I like to watch my flaws. I never take them back. I never take them down because once you look at it, you can learn from it. And also, there may be one person, it's a flaw to you, but it may be a good process for them. And so I don't really call on nobody. Maybe I should. That probably will help during the process. But I like to just learn from it, and I like a challenge, man.
Are you working on any new projects musically?
Yes. And so the glasses man video, but I was thinking of dropping an album called Colors, right? And so this album was gonna consist of 7 songs a day, a song for every each day of the week. It gives you it's just like a fragrance. You wear perfume, right? Or oils, right? And I'm sure the males wear cologne or whatever the case may be. Some like to switch up their smells every other week. And this is just another breath of fresh air and positivity when you waking up. And so I want to drop a song called Colors, where the theme is basically gonna be a color for each day of the week, but it's gonna be something positive, thinking more on the side, like the song, the lovely day. So something like that. And it's gonna be a distributed album, Fanny. But get this, I'm gonna be the first rapper to do this. I'm going to drop the album. It's gonna be a 7-song album, a song for each day of the week, and nobody can beat the pricing on it because it's gonna be $1 per song. So the album is gonna come out to be a $7 album, and so everybody's gonna be able to afford it. Um, and so you're definitely not gonna regret it. It's not gonna be on YouTube. Cannot put it on YouTube. Won't be on Reverb Nation. I might distribute it through TSM Entertainment. So that's gonna be cool.
You heard him, so he's going to be putting out a 7 album called Colors each day of the week. So be looking out for that, guys, and please purchase and help TSM achieve and break down barriers in the entertainment business and be the first to do it. You heard it first here from the man himself. And my final question I have for you is, have you ever thought about having a class teaching up and coming artists to prepare them for the music industry?
I definitely have not because I try. I've actually had 2 people to sign to TSM Entertainment, and it just really didn't go right. It didn't go good because once people people expect you to actually carry them through the process. I had people mad because they songs didn't do particular numbers, so people rely on the name too much. And I'd rather not put myself in that position where people is gonna be relying just because I'm TSM rapper that what I'm teaching them is gonna come out in their in their way. And for instance, Lakeisha, I did a business class a while back, and she ended up actually getting her LLCs for what she do, and y'all can actually find her on Google. Tap in with her on her channel. I'm pretty sure she'll give you all the information. And I had actually three people that enter the class. One person, I kind of let them slide in the first few days for free. Then with the promise of a payment, that didn't come through, so I had to let that person go. The second person, they really wanted me to like carry them through everything, and it's like this is not what this for. Is to teach you, the criteria of what you should know as a businessman or businesswoman. And I got my own thing to run. I can't carry you and me. And so I just rather not put myself in that position.
So if someone came to you and was like, "Hey, I really admire everything that you got going on," what a bit of advice would you give them, if any?
Like I tell the guy earlier, there's a kid and he comes to me and he asks me, "Oh, could you tell us some tricks on how to grow your channel?" This, there's never gonna be a trick that's gonna be a long lasting, perceiving thing. Um, And so, with that being said, I tell people to get involved in a community. I don't care if it's outside and you just know a bunch of people that rap on the side in your neighborhood. And if it's five people, get with them five people once a week, make some content. And like I say, you have to be involved with people. People is the key. The key things is people. You can only create the content and be the star player. That's as far as you can get. But you yourself, there's gonna be nothing without those people. So I would tell them to definitely get with somebody. It has to be a group of people that's gonna sit there and listen and put up with whatever you're putting out, even if they don't like it, that they still support it. So definitely get with some people and build relationships. That's the most important thing.
As an artist, as an independent artist, would you recommend anyone starting out to go independent or go towards the industry?
Um, if you want to just make some money, then you can definitely go to the industry. They will give you a check before they even hear your rap or know who you is. They will give you a check. So if you want to make some money for your family and just get out of it, then sure, go to the industry. But if you serious about this, and it's a business of yours and a passionate of yours, then definitely stick to being independent. There's not one, y'all can look them up yourself. I'm not just speaking. There's not one rapper right now that signed in 2025 that signed a contract and that said that they're happy with their contract. Everybody is begging to get out of their contracts. They wish they had stayed and went independent. And so, man, I don't touch them contracts at all. Not at all.
Have you been tempted?
Oh yeah. I mean twice. One, it was just like one, it was right. The contract they look okay, but it's just the money. It was just like $10,000. 2 to 5 years of my life, I gotta put music out for y'all, and then they want control over your YouTube channel and any socials that you have, and so that was just like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. And the second one, it was just some flaws in the contract that I didn't like, some things that I had that I was gonna have to do that I didn't, I was uncomfortable doing. Like they wanted me to do this Bitcoin meme token. And I just knew once they said that, to back up out of that. Every rapper that done that has scammed all of the majority of all 80% of their fans, 90% of their fans. And that was a part of the contract, was to promote a TSM Bitcoin meme token to everybody that supported me at least 3 times a year. And I'm like, nah, that's definitely no. I know what those meme tokens do. I know exactly what they is. And so I stayed away from that.
Can you give us a snippet of anything that you're working on that you have not even posted on YouTube yet?
I mean, I got my second device right here, but it's dead, so I'm not even gonna try to cut it on to do that. But there is a few things I'm working on. And so one of those things is a new green screen music video that's already in the process of being made. And the second thing I'm working on, I don't want to really give y'all any information about that yet, but it's in the filming department once again. And so what I can let y'all know is I really, yo, Helen, listen. I've started to reach out for your permission to do it, but you know we seen what you said in the chat the last time, so I took it into liberty, to have you imported in one of my little superhero themes, like 30-second short films. And so y'all can be looking out for that. But everything positive, it ain't nothing like, nothing crazy. And so I just really want to get back into filming. And so I'm glad you here. I know you interviewing me, but since you up here, when can we be expecting something else to drop from us, on our side? Let the people know why they're here. Because hold up, they be clowning me like it's me that's holding us back from the filming. And I keep telling them like, yo, I'm waiting on Fanny. I'm waiting. I know things take time, but seem like you've been kicking up relaxing for a while now, and it's at least time for us to drop another little 5-minute episode or something. So when can we expect something? Everybody want to see Helen in the film. You love Helen. I know you love Helen. Everybody love Helen. So
That's my
we doing it for
girl.
Helen.
Listen, you trying to put me on the spot when you already know what I got going on behind the scenes. So don't do that. Don't do that. Helen know what I got going on behind the scenes too. So don't even do that. Don't
I'm gonna,
even do it.
I'm gonna
So it's
answer.
no comment for me.
Listen, I'm gonna answer for you. Give us a week. We will have something dropping for y'all. Definitely a week. Definitely a week.
Don't do that. You
I'm
don't
doing
do
it. I'm doing it. I gotta push you back into it because if not, you will sit down and you will rust up. I ain't even about to let you do that. Nah, I'm pushing you to the limit. Hey, that's what we do when we love each other. So I'm pushing you to the limit, straight up, in front of everybody. You gonna do it? We about to pop off with some filming. We about to put that permanent smile back up on your face. You about to enter the community back again under the Tsm Rapper fan page. Your fans want to know where you going. So if ain't nobody else gonna push you to it, hey, Tsm Rapper gonna push you to it. So you don't do that. But listen, I really appreciate everybody coming. I really do. Fanny, you got to give us some motivation. Like coming from Fanny, definitely the motivation definitely gonna be hot. So what do you have for us tonight?
Well, considering this is on the spot and the interview was supposed to be exclusively for you, I would just say, like I've always said on the fan page, remember know what it look like, no matter how hard it may be. Your strength always lies within. And thanks again, everybody, for joining tonight's interview. I appreciate you, TSM, for giving me this opportunity. And thank you for answering all my questions. A couple I threw in that I didn't have written down. I appreciate everyone who joined tonight. Um, Thanks again for giving me this opportunity. Until next time, guys. See you later.
Yo, she is so epic, so awesome. She did not want to get on camera. I said, "Yo, you got to. We got to make this interview. We got to make this interview right. We got to make it crazy." And she said, "All right, I'll do it. I do it for you, tell something." And so that's what's up. Just support like that, love like that. The way that we can speak to each other, without animosity and just things like that. Helen, I appreciate you because I know what you're going through, and just for you to be over here really means a lot. Didi, Shamshell, I think y'all, Charlie's Angel. Somebody said that. See, y'all trying to make me Rico. What's going on? I seen Trinity come in the building. Y'all trying to make me create new songs. Now who gonna go off and say Charlie's Angel like that? Now I gotta create a dang song tonight. Damn it! Damn it! Who is that? Yeah, Helen, I'm getting you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. You know what you was doing dropping that title. I'm just looking at my face when you know what you was doing when you dropped that Charlie's Angel title. You knew I was gonna say I gotta drop a song called Charlie's Angel. Helen, why? Yo, Kavusi, I'm looking for you to reach out so we get the job did. So we get an interview. Yeah, you know what you were doing. I appreciate you for coming, Margie. Somebody else came. Lisa Bell, thank you for coming. I appreciate that. Fanny, you did an epic job. Awesome job with the interview. Thank y'all so much. It is super hot in here. They have my fan downstairs. I cannot wait to get downstairs and get under this fan. Probably gonna watch it, see if some deer gonna come out tonight because they did come out last night like crazy. Um, yeah, let's continue to get the watch hours up, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Love you guys, man. Y'all have a good